Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Hitters. So if you haven't noticed, let me see here. I guess it would be over here, I think. Around there? Yeah, I think it'd be right there. You'll see the subscribers. And you will see that we finally passed 1,000. You say, how did that happen? Well, I have a little story for you. Went to Vegas on Thursday, last Thursday. And we threw our stuff in the hotel room, boarded a plane to Reno, went directly to Reno. Have some stories about that, but not now. Waited for the next day. I have a YouTube channel I watch always. I always watch them. And that's Slot Queen. Went to Reno in hopes to catch her going live. And that's what we did. We happened to catch Slot Queen, Slot Hubby going live. We told them who we were. We are like, you know what? If you guys can help us out just a hair, because we needed some help, and bump us up past that thousand subscriber mark, and that's what they did. Within 10 minutes of her sitting there saying that, we were above where we needed to be. We were at Baldini's. Actually, we were catching our flight. We were catching a Uber from Baldini's, and we sat there, looked. Both of my wife and I were sitting there crying because like it's what we wanted, and finally it happened. And it was something simple, but we took a lot of risk because we didn't even know if they'd even be there or not. So if you like watching slot channels, if you like the casino, if you like what I do, and you're like, well, what is it that you actually do? I take as little amount of money possible and make it into something big. And that is what Slot Queen truly emphasizes. You can go to the slot machine and put in $5,000 and get something out of it. But why, if you could just do it with 100, or just do it with 50, or just do it with 25? That's that's what she shows. That's what she teaches, and that's what I teach as well on this table. That yes, you can have a bankroll of 10 grand, but if you don't have to, why? We're going to have another meet and greet. So if you guys aren't her subscribers, please go and subscribe. We're going to have a meet and greet September the 10th or the 24th. Either day will work. I need someone to sit there and say, I'll take a 10th, I'll take a 24th, or everyone wants the 10th, or everyone wants the 24th, and that way we'll decide when we're going to go. But anyway, it's going to be at Wild Horse Pass, 10:30. Just let me know. Leave it in the comments. Email, which is dicesetters@gmail.com, or you can go to Facebook, which is Dicesetters. A lot of times on channels, craps channels, anyone talks about craps, it's always the last part. It's always the end part that we sit there and focus our attention on. It's after the point is made, and now we're doing everything we can but hit a 7. And to me, that's the dumb way to play. To me, the smart way to play is let's worry about the first half. In fact, you could care less about the second half unless you have a bonus. If you don't have a bonus, you can make so much more money. So much more money on the first part. When you're playing slots, a good slot machine to sit there and play is one that has multipliers. Well, that's what we're using here in this section here. All we need to do is hit a 2, a 3, a 7, an 11, or a 12, and we're good for the next one. Whereas the second part of the craps game, you're just one number you're trying to avoid. The first part of the craps game, you want to hit a 2, you want to hit a 3, you want to hit a 7, you want to hit 11, you want to hit a 12. So there's 5 numbers. If we can retain one of those 5 and keep on doing that and keep on pressing our money with our winnings, by the time you get to the 7th roll, the 10th row, you'll have something. And you say, well, Jeff, that's not duplicatable. That's something that you can't do over and over again. And I can tell you, yes, you can, and I have. It just takes some time to get yourself there. If you guys know, Ellis has got 2 tables. They redid them, and I used to have to stand here to do both tables. Now it's not so. Now I went to R1. But they've changed the tables once again. They now have bonus on both tables, and it is only $5 a table. For you casino people out there that have some kind of say in what kind of level to put it at. If Ellis can do 2 tables at $5 with bonuses, why can't you guys? Everyone sits there and says, well, there's no more $5 tables. And you're never going to find a $5 table with a bonus. Well, there's 2. They're going to sit there and for next year they're going to have more. I don't know if they'll keep it at the $5 limit or not, but you can't stir those people with a stick. I mean, it is constant from 8 o'clock until when they close. It is bumper to bumper. Why not? It's a $5 table with a bonus. Small, tall, all. I don't think that's what they call it. They call it something else, but it's still a bonus. $5 is the minimum you can play, so it's not bad at all. Why not? Try it there. So we are going to sit there and try for the first part, the very first part of the game, and not worry about the second part. Again, I don't know if I can do it with this table or not, but we're going to try. There are 2 different dice settings that you can possibly use to try this that I found that work. All the rest of them, so far, don't work for me. That doesn't mean they don't work for you. It just, they don't work for me. The first dice set I do, or I try, you looking at it this way, be the 1, 2, 2, 1. Just like that. That's the way you will look at it. So let me spin it to where I look at it. Both of these are thrown exactly the same way. You want it touching, 2 fingers, middle finger just for dexterity. It's going to be placed in line, and you're going to try to throw it without any rotation whatsoever. The biggest kicker with this, you want to have it land about here. If it lands too close here, they will split. And when they split, one can go this way, one will go this way, or one will stay, one will roll. You will get a 7. I don't care what you think about it, but you will get a 7 as soon as that happens. The other dice that I do, it is the straight 6s. So this is what I do in front of me. I do the straight 6 like this, and then I just pull it down 1. And then 2 fingers right down the center, the middle finger for posture. And then again, same throw. We just want to go straight up like this. You don't want it to spin in the air. With this one here, I have found if you can sit there and make them drop like an arc straight down, perfect. With the other one, the 1, 2, 2, 1, I found out with this combination here, try to get it low, like if you're a low rider. So, I am ready to start my beginning roll. You're going to put $5 on the world bet. This is any 7. If they don't have a little spot for the world bet, most of the time they put you just a hair up here. You're like, what is the world bet? I keep on hearing you say that. Basically, it's $1 here, there, well actually here, and here. That is a world bet. So to make it all simple, they just put it right there. So if you were to sit there and hit a 3, 15 to 1, and it will reset everything else. 15 to 1, 30 to 1, 30 to 1. And if you hit the 7, no money's exchanged, it just resets. I'm going to have money there. I really don't see you have any money anywhere else. You're going to have it on the pass line. You're going to have dealer's bet. That's all you're going to have. So we talked about last week how this right here would be the 6 foot mark. 6 foot this way, 6 foot this way. So then you sit there and say, well, that would be the 7, 8. So I'm going to be rolling somewhere through here, because that would put me about where Ellis Island's end of their table is at. So I'll show you what I did. It is the 6s, and we're going to sit there and pull it straight down. this is the hard part. You actually want yourself a hair higher than the table. And then we're aiming just a hair in front of that alligator strip. It's going to be a 6. Well, that was a 6. It was like that. So we went right directly from the first part of the game to the second part of the game, and we didn't get what we wanted. But I'll still continue to throw that way in hopes to show you that this dice set does tend to show more horns than anything else. And once you get the horns to show, just keep on repeating it. It's going to be a hard 8. Table needs just a hair more bounce. Let's try the 1, 2, 2, 1. And again, this one I found if you go just a hair lower, it's going to be a hard 6. Point. Now it comes to my favorite part of the game. This is where you can make money, and whatever you throw, as long as you don't run out of money in front of you on the pass line, you can continue to throw. There we go, the horn numbers right there. That's a good one right there. That's what we're looking for. The first time you hit a horn number, when you're doing this, you just keep on replicating what you did. It's going to be a 9. A viewer sat there and sent me these. We were looking for what we can use in place of the Midwest dice. This is a Paulson. You can get them on eBay. You can get them on the web as well. Here's an oddity. I have this one here. It was also sent to me, same person. It's Midwest, and it actually has numbers on it. This one here also came from Midwest. This one here came from a guy named Sam Green. Sam Green is the one that the bone thrower talked about, even had his cards that there said, if you need these dice, contact Steve Green. I did, and I got those dice. Somebody wanted to give bone thrower a present. So they sat there and contacted Steve Green and had the present sent through Steve Green to the bone thrower because Steve Green had the bone thrower's address. And it wasn't much longer till Midwest can no longer give us dice, only to casinos. I'm not saying that there's anything about that, but it's just kind of the odd thing. Nothing wrong with the bone thrower. I like the bone thrower. He's a good guy. 8. Now we're away from that first part of the craps game. But you can see how much fun that is, because no matter what you roll, you're always going to roll again. Whereas on this side of the game, there is one number you don't want to roll. 8. That one landed perfect. Let's try the 6s again, the cross 6s. If you're trying to do this at your local casino, I would definitely minimum here, put something here for your dealers so they won't get mad at you. And put nothing else there. You might want to do a 6 or an 8, but I wouldn't. And then get your pad and pencil out and see what kind of numbers you're coming up with the throw that you have. It will take some time. In my phone, I have all the throws I know, just in case if I need a new throw. And I've been there. You go to a new table, nothing works. Eight. You got to keep your losses to a very, very minimum when you're trying to figure out what dice set works. If you can keep it with the first part of the game, of course you're not going to go through any money. Well, you will go through some, depending on where your pass line's at, in the pass or in the don't. 10. I threw that one just a hair too hard. Well, I missed the 10 on that one. Come back here. Come back. If you do this without doing this, it's almost a for sure 7. I really don't know why. It has to do with it jumping up and hitting the alligators. And if it goes twice, you'll end up with a 7. If it only does it one time, you're fine. We have an 8 again. We'll go with the 1, 2, 2, 1. Again, this dice set is for not my table, it's for Ellis's table. 8. Sixes. 9. 1, 2, 2, 1. Hard 6. 'If I remember correctly, I believe this table is 3656. If I want to hit horn numbers. Same roll, just a different dice set. Now that one's an 8 as well. How many can you guys do in a row? What's the most you've done in a row? I was at Ellis on Thursday when I did that 7 in a row. There was 2 people at the table at the time, and they kept on losing their fast line bet. 6. After the 7th time, they never sat there and put money on the horn. Which I was really, really surprised. Because if I kept on losing my pass line bet, I think after the 3rd time, I'm putting money on the horn. Maybe after the 2nd time, I don't know. The dice went around the table again, and then those 2 people go, "Oh, this is where we put money on the horn, right?" And I went, "Yeah, this is where we put money on the horn." Five. I don't remember how much this cost me. I had, I think, about 4 sleeves, 4 or 5 sleeves. If I remember correctly, it was like $200. Not cheap. But then again, practicing with the wrong dice, yeah, that's wrong, you know, it's bad too. There goes my 7. It hit, bounced. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. $16 times, and it's just finding the sweet spot of the table. That's all it truly is. I think that with that dice combination, you'll eventually find, okay, well, this table is this table is that. I really don't think that those 3 combinations, I'm pretty sure one of those will sit there and work on your table, or the table that you're trying to do. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I told you once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm not going to ask for you to sit there and keep on subscribing until we start dropping down, but I really don't think that's going to happen. We got some new things going on. Got some subscribers that are helping me as well to make the channel better, and that's the only way I could possibly do it. It's a lot for one person. It's a lot for one person, especially if they own a business. It's even harder. So I've gotten it to where I can do it, and now I'm having other people help out. Definitely tell me when you want to sit there and meet up. And tell me, what's the most you've ever sat there and continued to, progress like a world bet, keep on hitting, upping it for the first part of the game? What's the most you've ever done? If you've never seen that, let me know too. Because a lot of channels that I've ever seen don't really talk about it. They talk about the rest, but not the first. And that's where you can really make some money. Again, whatever you roll, it's really, you get to roll again. So it's not like it's the end of the term. That's why it's so special. Whereas on the other end, once you hit the 7, that's it. We're done. Unless the 7 was on a come out roll. But no one, talks about it. Why not? Why not sit there? I mean, the last time that they gave me money, it was close to being $200. It was just $5. Oh, press it. Oh, press it. Oh, press it. But finally, I think it was like around 200. Of course, they reset everything else up as well. Why not? Why not sit there and try it? Have a good one, guys. Leave a comment.